Okay, you guys, oh my god. So, this morning, out of nowhere, like Wes Anderson dropped like a new trailer, and I, like many people, is excited. I'm going to kind of like go back and like maybe like talk a little about, you know, because his previous two movies were not necessarily as big as the Grand Budapest Hotel, which is like it's a fantastic book. I watched it again, I think in 2021. Very, very good movie. Great. I think it's so much more kind of like, understandable for like common audience, if you will. Because like I wouldn't say that for oh, it's loading, give me a sec. Because like I wouldn't say that for the movie after that, which is the French Dispatch, which is still fantastic. I haven't got time to kind of like rewatch it again and again, because that's kind of like the way that I like really get deep into the the asteroid city, which is like it's really great movie, like I don't know whether he meant for that to be, like you need to watch it several times, because like I did, but like after that it becomes like a really touching movie. I'm not gonna lie, but like I'm not here to talk about the the asteroid city, which I probably will at one point, because like I just want to talk about it because like I really love it. But this, it's like, when I saw the thumbnail, it looks so kitschy, right? And I was like, that's so Wes Anderson. Who's just trying to, kind of like parody with Wes Anderson now? But like, it's just Wes Anderson. Like, it looks so kitschy. You know what I mean? Like, it's bad in the spirit of being bad, even though kind of like you understand the rule of the visual design. Like, but it's so funny as well. So, Benicio del Toro is there again. He was in the French Dispatch. I don't think he necessarily appeared in the Asteroid City, but like let's just watch it, because I want to stop at some frame and just gonna like sit with myself and kind of like look at it and like talk about it, because it's just like, I mean, it's Wes Anderson. I'm very excited. I don't know what kind of like twist he's trying to, he's going to bring to this movie, but I know that I will probably like really enjoy it the way I really enjoyed The French Dispatch and The Third City, and pretty much all of his movies.
At this moment, rescue workers are laboring to recover and identify the remains of Zsa Korda, international businessman, maverick in the fields of armaments and aviation,
Like the cartoon,
among the richest men in Europe. This was
like
Korda's
everything.
6th recorded airplane crash. He is survived by 10 children, 9 boys, 1 nun, his daughter Liesel.
I've appointed you sole heir to my estate, which you may come into sooner rather than later.
Why? It's been 6 years since
so
our last
cartoony.
meeting.
I have my reasons.
Which are what?
My reasons? I'm not saying. I'm saying I'm not saying.
So like, look, like
Korda
even
land-
his shot is like very Wes Anderson again. Like, he seems to be almost like parodying himself, but I'm pretty sure like the way that he also kind of like directed the French Dispatch and also the Third City, like there is a purpose, maybe even in like it's the way that's being so abstract, in my opinion. And like again, like the zoom, the music, it's so cartoony, but it kind of works and it's funny, which is always important to me.
And see Phoenician infrastructure scheme, my most important project of my lifetime.
Our objective, disrupting, obstructing, impeding, crippling Korda's
That's
enterprise in any manner
like,
possible.
so
Get the hand
fun.
grenades. Today, tonight, and tomorrow, we rendezvous with every Titan and pretend we
That's
agree
Scully
what
Hansen.
we
Okay, wait. Like I forgot the name of like this guy, but he also like a recurring actor in Wes Anderson films.
already agreed.
But I just
But in
realized that oh my god, you guys see here, that's Tom Hanks and Brian. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Brian Cranston. Like Walter White in Breaking Bad. But yeah, like they're finally in the same scene, and like I can't wait to see how they're like going to play this off, because like there was fantastic actors, and Tom Hanks was also in Asteroid City, and he was wonderful there. Like, I mean, he's Tom Hanks, right? Like, I think in general, if we find him, the general public and I find him very charming, but he's just so annoying in like, in Asteroid City, and his character was like really annoying. in a sense that he's a grieving father in the 50s, and he's just like, you know, he's almost like a perfect kind of like toxic man around that time. But like again, he played it very, very well, so that so that I really dislike his character, because it works well. But yeah, Brian in Asteroid City was a narrator, so like he can't really interact with Tom Hanks' character there. But yeah,
We don't. We can't. Call it.
Heads.
oh god, this one is so funny. Also, like, why is Brian wearing that shirt and like that glass? It's so funny. I don't know whether it's supposed to be funny, but
Is
it's
it
funny
supposed to be here? It was under the lunch trolley.
Oh dear, who shot you?
Of course, we've got Scarlett as well. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name, but I saw him from time to time as well. Oh my god.
Tara's from out of town. Help yourself to a hand grenade.
You're very kind.
Could you imagine falling in love with a man like me, by the way, hypothetically?
You're drunk on 3 beers.
That's me. I get drunk very easily. Maybe because I'm 5 feet and like 130 pounds, and also like I got the Asian flush red face when I'm drinking too much alcohol.
Why are you shooting my ceiling?
This is a robbery on behalf of...
I understand that. I'm asking about my ceiling.
So
You
relaxed.
idiots are destroying a magnificent nightclub.
One thing you'll never know because you can't.
So like that guy. Oh, can I like slide it properly?
One thing you'll never know because you...
Okay. Oh, I can't make it stop. But the guy with the very, like very, is it Tolstoy who has that kind of beard? But that's Benedict Cumberbatch. I was kind of like, because they mentioned Benedict Cumberbatch, I was like, where is he? He's that guy.
Can't.
That's it.
The truth.
That's it.
I suppose
that's
I'm
Benedict.
moved by this absurd performance.
I recognize this assassin.
Come now.
Suicide down.
Where's my father? Take this miserable sin.
So funny. Oh my god, I can't wait. Like maybe like High BoJack Horseman. I also watch. If you want like a really gritty, but also like talking about mental health, adult cartoon, watch BoJack Horseman. So good. I know it's 6th season, but it did change my life. Like it's such a good adult cartoon. But anyway, so yeah, I just want to talk about it because I'm like really, really excited. And again, I didn't necessarily feel disappointed by the French Dispatch. I just find it, on the first showing, I found it like rather difficult to understand. I'm not going to lie, but again, I watched that like on a premiere, and then that there's a whole package. I was living with a man back then, and we watched that movie together. And also like they gave us like I think a glass of like cocktail before the premiere. Like it's not gonna make you drunk, but like and our seats were like right in front and like on the like most right side on the cinema, so like we couldn't see really well, but it was still great. Asteroid City, I tried watching it, but I didn't finish it, so I didn't get the whole thing tied up properly, and I didn't get it until maybe like a couple of months ago, and I really get it, and it's fantastic, and I love it. It talks about the obsolete form of arts such as theater or like stage play, because like it was really before movie it was like the place to go if you want to watch like a whole story being played by another human being. But then of course we got movie, and then the movie evolved, and now we have YouTube, like literally we're doing this on YouTube. And then now we got AI, which is like hopefully this will like die down in a bit, and people realize that actually though AI is there, but human work is like so much better. I mean, I don't really know, and I don't want to talk too much about that, but yeah. So I think like hopefully this will come to like a cinema near me. I really, really hope so. But if it doesn't, then I had to kind of like get it somewhere and then I'm going to watch it, and I'm, I don't, like, this is what makes me really excited. I don't know what sort of like life lessons, if you will, that I will like get from Wes Anderson movie. I don't know whether he's necessarily trying to make like a life lessons out of it. I think he always does, in one way, in one way or another, like the main point of the Grand Budapest Hotel is to kind of like, to never lose your humanity, I think like that's like some of the last sentences said by Zero Mustafa character until like, before the movie ended, which is like, well, no, but I think it's actually Ralph Fiennes' characters who actually say that, you see, there is still a glimmer of humanity in the slaughterhouse that we called humanity, truly. Like, it's just so funny. So I'm pretty sure that's like the main like life lessons, if you will, the main lesson in the Grand Budapest Hotel. And then in the French Dispatch, it's just, like holding on to this form of like knowledge and storytelling and writing and the lawful culture, while also kind of like navigating this whole thing. So what really struck me the most, as I'm Asian, is that part where the chef character, I'm if I'm not mistaken, is Korean, saying about how lonely he feels like traversing Europe. Pretty much, was it Europe? I'm pretty sure it's Europe, because the French Dispatch is in France, in a kind of like fictional France, but it was in France. And then the main point of Asteroid City is, I think it's like, it's a play on COVID, and how after that people just like return to life like it's normal, even though our life have changed forever. And the allegory was like, spoiler alert, done by alien arrival, but also like about letting go, about kind of like questioning, are we playing a character, are we just like God's toy in a sense, because the main protagonist, I would say he's the main protagonist, Jason Schwartzman's character, who asked the director of the stage play, where he asked that, I don't understand the character, am I playing it right? And then the director, played by Adrian Brody, was like, yeah, you're playing exactly right, and then like the touching, kind of like very high point ending, I would say, like prior to the actual ending, with like Margot Robbie's character, where Jason Schwartzman's character and Margot Robbie's character, like they're supposed to be husband and wife, but Margot Robbie's character, the wife, passed away, and how she said that, like, we had 4 children together, but I have died, and you might need to replace me. You need to move on. And then I love Margot's delivery in like, I'm not coming back, Augie, because it's so heartbreaking. Because like it almost feels like her actually telling him to like move on, because if I died and I see the people in my life feeling sad because I died, I would kind of like, I get it, I'm flattered, I like you too, but like, please don't be too sad, like live life, live for me, like do other things, don't be too sad, because like I probably wouldn't know anyway because I'm dead, so like there's the whole thing. So again, that's my main point, is precisely that, like, I don't know what sort of like life lesson we will learn from this movie, but I know that I'm going to enjoy it, even if it's just like for the funky ass look at this scene, it's just like for the funky coloring and Wes Anderson style, however it's going to be. So yeah, Rumble, and oh my god, I'm so looking forward to it. It says May the 30th. Really, really freaking hope it comes to my town. Okay, I'll see you on the next video that is probably not going to talk about Wes Anderson.